Greetings from Seoul, Korea, and welcome to the GSL. I am Tasteless, and with me is my hetero nerd life partner, Tosyad, and we are going to be casting another 4 best of 3s. If you've already joined us earlier today, you know we've already casted 5 best of 3s. It's the second half of today's games. We're compacting the round of 64, unlike Season 1, so that we give you a lot more Starcraft action at once.
That's right. And more and more Starcraft every month.
Yes.
It's awesome. I love it.
It's good.
Yeah. And by the way, Tasteless, I have to say, the Starcraft community, it is the best community in the entire world.
It's the best. I love those people.
Someone just came to the studio today and gave me an orange juice.
Yes.
Because they said that they saw the stream yesterday and that I was sick.
He still is
so
a
they
little
brought me
sick.
some vitamin C.
Thank you so much.
Tell me another community that does that for
don't
a
do
lowly
that.
commentator like myself.
They don't do that.
It doesn't happen.
So we love you guys. Thank you so much. Also, the fan art, too. Thank you guys so much. We love you guys.
Yeah.
But enough about us, because we have somebody even more important than us, and we're egomaniacs. So that's
No
actually,
one's more important than us, Tasteless.
We got the fruit
Someone
dealer.
turn this off. What are you doing?
We got the fruit dealer playing today. Of course, the champion of GSL Season 1, losing in Season 2 in a big upset.
Yeah.
But he's back now.
In a big upset to the guy that got second, and
to
then just got
Boxer.
second at the G-Star tournament. I mean,
Yeah. So
Guy's
no
good.
shame in that, really.
Yeah.
And he's going to be taking it up against, am I going to say this right? Actually, you try saying his name.
Tosyad.
Tosyad? Okay.
Tosyad.
That's what we're going to call it from here on out. Tosyad, basically an unknown, not a super famous guy.
Yeah.
So there's definitely going to be a David versus Goliath match here. And I'm really curious to see what exactly Tosyad can pull out here. ZVZ, FruitDealer is quite good at that matchup. I
He's
think it's
really good.
CVT might be better at, but still, he's a very solid player. Now let's take a look at the round of 64 Day 2 match results.
All right, this was this morning. It was ST Go Boogie taking out Rots, and then we had TSL Rain taking out Dreamizer 2-0. Genius from the next clan takes out Libero Prime.we quite easily with those 2 crazy all-ins. New Dawn dismantled into the rainbow from ST. That seems like a big upset. And Bit by Bit Prime, I'm sad to say it, but he owned Liquid Hay Pro. Oh, did he?
Yeah, that was a pretty one-sided series. I was surprised all 5 of those ended up becoming straight-up 2-0s. I thought we were going to have a lot more closer games earlier today. Now let's take a look at today's matches, what we're going to be casting coming up here in just a few minutes. We're going to start off with Tosyad against the Fruit Dealer from TSL. After that, we have SC Fow against Lynn, a former Warcraft 3 pro gamer. After that, Any Pro Prime against the Best Fow. And finally, we have next Naya against Hungun Prime.
That's right. It's actually a lot of exciting matches. I'm excited to see if Lynn can do better this season.
Yeah.
Also, the return of Any Pro Prime. He was one of the best Protoss during the beta. He did pretty well in the Season 1 and then missed out on Season 2.
Yeah.
And then also, Hungun Prime, he's a player that a lot of people predict to do just so well. But he died to Kyrix very early last season. Kyrix just kind of all-in him, and he fell apart. We'll have to see if he's going to play a more solid game this time around, make it a little bit further.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. And also, we got to see, or actually, I shouldn't say see, we should take note that there's a lot more foul players making an appearance here. This is a team that was basically irrelevant when it came to StarCraft 2 for Season 1. Now we have a ton of them over here for Season 3.
Absolutely. Foyu was actually, and here's why. They were
Is it Foyu? I'm sorry.
It
Did
is
I say
Foyu.
foul? Okay.
It is Foyu. It was a great clan in StarCraft 1. Top-end players, a lot of pro gamers. And if you take top StarCraft 1 players, you put them together, you make them train together in StarCraft 2, they're going to rise to the top.
Right.
A lot of these other teams have a more spattering because they started earlier in StarCraft 2. They picked up a lot of people from the beta that were doing well, and a lot of those people weren't actually people who really understand RTS games as well. So they've fallen behind a little bit while they kind of catch up to the StarCraft 1 players.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the way it is. It is StarCraft 2. It plays a lot like StarCraft 1, especially the economy management.
Yeah, I think you're dead on with that. It is funny to see the shift of players we've seen here. For StarCraft 2 at the start, as you said, a bunch of newcomers. It was a lot of dominance with War 3 pros. Now we've suddenly seen, by the time we're here at Season 3, a total shift in that. Let's take a look at our players now. That is, of course, a Hydralisk. And that, of course, is the Fruit Dealer.
No, that's Tosyad.
Oh, I can't believe I just said that. We gotta get this light fixed actually in this preview screen because I actually can't read our preview screen at all. Go ahead.
Well,
I think it's gonna be the biggest mess up of season 3.
there's Slayer's boxer
I'm like-
right there. It's
I'm
like,
like, and there is Liquid Hey Pro. It's like, no, Nick, that doesn't look anything like him. That is our unknown. Tosyad, they don't even have the same colored jerseys on.
no. There's no way to actually mistake one for the other. I don't know how you did it, Tasteless, but you did it.
Actually, if you ever like said something and right when it comes out of your mouth, you're like, no, and you want to like
All
like,
the time,
you want-
every day, Tasteless.
You want to like suck it back in, like pull it back into your mouth, but you can't.
Rewind time a little bit.
Yeah, I know. Where's our time machine? All right.
It's not invented yet.
So we don't know much about this guy, and he's definitely not the favorite. But then again, going up against FruitDealer, you do not have a lot to lose.
Yeah.
So I mean, he might be feeling confident like that. And this is actually the FruitDealer.
Yeah.
And as you can see, that does not look anything like Tosyad.
Well, the FruitDealer, of course, from TSL, the SCV Life, an amazingly awesome, great team.
I think it's the best team.
I feel it's
Hands
the best
down.
team in the world as well. No question about that in my mind. Well, this guy, he is a total baller, one of the best surgers in the world since
Right.
the beginning of Beta Phase 1. He's won more tournaments than pretty much anyone.
Right.
You know, he and Kisu, his teammate, basically dominated the beta in Korea. And this guy is still doing so well, whereas Kisu is having a kind of rough flow of it.
As you can see, some Western fans showing up here today,
Yeah.
showing some support. The FruitDealer.
I nuke the
Fight.
stars. That's an idea I recall from a forum. All right.
It's good to see all these people coming out here. By the way, obviously the tickets online are pretty cheap to watch this, but if you do come to the studio, it's completely free.
It's free,
Come on
and for a limited time, we will be giving out high fives
in. That's right.
to anyone who comes down
Free
to watch
high
it.
fives.
That's right.
We're very good at high fives. So yeah, definitely come.
Sometimes I even give it down low, but you better not be too slow.
This guy.
Yeah,
This guy.
that's me.
So basically, we're about to see an epic ZVZ match. This is the match Artosis and I have casted the least. It's probably the matchup you've seen the least. It seems to be.
It's an
more of a
interesting
rarity.
matchup, though.
Oh,
It's a
it's
lot
really
better
good.
than it was in StarCraft 1.
Yeah.
It's actually a very exciting mirror. I find it a lot of times more exciting than TVT. Not always, though. TVT can be quite good. Definitely more exciting than PvP.
Yeah. No, I got to agree with you on that one. The map lineup here for these two guys
Oh
is
my
going to be
God.
Scrap Station, Jungle Basin, and Metalopolis.
Scrap Station, it's a weird map. You almost always see one base layer, but you can go 14 hatch on this map, no doubt about it. Jungle Basin, it's just a weird map overall. There's some really cool builds you can do there because you can take your expansion, block your ramp with roaches. And then, of course, Metalopolis. We can see all sorts of games on that map. So this is actually a really exciting map pool for this ZVZ.
Yeah. All these maps are going to require different approaches strategically for how they're going to do it, so it's not going to be the same game twice, or at least I wouldn't predict it. What do you think the odds are on any of these maps about very aggressive style play? Early pooling, anywhere from 6 to 10.
Scrap Station, I would say 1 time out of 30 you'll see an early pool because it's just so long that everyone right now on the Korean server, the metagame for this map, ZVZ, is to go 1 base speed into layer. That's how people play it on the Korean server, almost 100%. You know, you just make a bunch of spines once they scout that you're trying to cheat up to layer, and then they can't attack you, and there you go. So I do not think there's any chance we'll see a quick pool there. The other maps, Jungle Basin is pretty far. I don't think so, but possibly because 14 hatchery there is quite popular.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
Game is starting.
Countdown started. Let's get ready. And somebody's loading. It's not Artosis and me. Okay, we're in the game now. Over here, in the red, will be the one, the only.
토샤드.
Whoa, she says it differently than we do. Up here, the champion of the TSL Season 1, winner of the, rather the GSL Season 1, the winner of the show match between Boxer and himself.
와인 장수.
And that is Korean for the Fruit Dealer.
Yep, FruitDealer. Best ID in StarCraft 2. Possibly best Zerg in StarCraft 2. Definitely was it for quite a while, but who knows? Maybe Nesty is better now, maybe he's not.
Yeah, I really want to see those two duke it out. And now, watch very carefully as the Overlords are about to high five.
Yep, wasn't quite an Overlord kiss.
Wasn't the Overlord kiss, it was the Overlord high five.
These two are just platonic friends.
That's right. I'm not comfortable with anything too intimate yet. Now, ZVZ on this map is pretty interesting because both these guys are. Stop laughing at Tosyad, you're messing me up.
Yeah, these Overlords are the type of Overlords that wait till the third date, man.
That's right. They're not moving fast. On this map, you scout your opponent right away. You know where he is, so you can react immediately. You're going to see exactly when the pool is put down, spawning pool that is. In this case, it's going to be on 13 for a red Zerg.
Yeah, on both.
Same time in, yeah.
It's actually the same exact build order right now.
So that means it's going to be different than, let's say, Blistering Sands, where it's very hard to get an Overlord in there, period.
Yeah.
In fact, your Overlord is going to die via a Queen if you do decide to go in there. So scouting, it's almost like you're hacking right off the start. But then, of course, the Queen comes out, and that's when you can show what your tech tree is.
Now, Tosyad might want to go for something aggressive. Maybe try to break through with a Roach Zergling composition. Maybe try to go Banelings. FruitDealer, I would not be surprised although if he stays to the standard one hatch layer build, which is just so common in this matchup on this map.
Now notice, right off the bat, different Overlord scouting patterns. The second Overlord for a red Zerg. He is going to go send this out this way. He wants to see if his opponent's going to park an army out here so he can react more quickly. However, on the other hand, for our green Zerg, the Fruit Dealer, he's actually sending both Overlords over to this region. He wants to make sure his opponent's not going to expand. Personally, I prefer Fruit Dealers.
You know, Fruit Dealer, the reason he's doing this is because he wants to actually get aggressive. If you want to play a defensive game, you keep more near you. If you want to play offensive, you keep more near them so you can micro correctly your army while you attack. See, he is going for the Roach Warren, which means that he is going to be on the offense. At the same time, we have Tosyad going for a Baneling Nest. So pretty interesting. Neither of these guys wanting to go for the norm quick layer on this map. And, of course, a Roach opening is going to just own a Baneling opening, and he even scouts the Banelings.
Yeah, as you can see, setting those lings over here not to attack, but to take a peek at what's going on. It's okay to lose one or two lings. You can just figure out what your opponent's doing.
Yeah, absolutely. You do that all game long if you possibly can. Right now, FruitDealer producing a lot of Zerglings, getting his speed. It's almost done. Or rather, I'm sorry, that's Tosyad. And FruitDealer is making his roaches.
And now, it's going to be a timing attack coming here very soon from the Fruit Dealer.
Yeah.
Roaches very strong against Banelings. It does seem as though he's committed to actually getting Banelings anyways, though.
That's right. You can get more aggressive quicker with the Baneling one, but the Roaches come out and just target Banelings. And Fruit Dealer, he's going to lose all his Roaches here.
That surround was just too good.
Yeah.
The Banelings' damage was premium there.
Yeah, absolutely. That is not the way he should have gone out there. He should have kept them in the main base, and here come the Zerglings for a little counter. He's got to be careful. He doesn't really want to lose his Zerglings. You need to hit those critical numbers where you actually can kill Roaches, and more Roaches do pop out.
I felt like we just watched rock, paper, scissors, but for some reason, like, scissors just beat rock back there. Roaches are actually much better normally against Banelings, but if you get the exact right positioning.
Yeah, you know, they soften them up basically for the Zerglings. You got to be careful with your Roaches.
Here we go. As you can see, the Roaches actually making almost a wall here on this fairly large ramp.
Yeah, it does look like quite a nice wall. You know, if he just keeps making Roaches, he's going to have enough that Banelings aren't going to hurt him. And here's the thing. The Roach Speedling is better than Speedling Baneling. The Roaches take out the Banes, and then you bring in your Speedlings, which deal the real damage. So it's actually a very strong combination. And Fruit Dealer is getting ready. This is actually really smart. If we take a look, there you go. The Baneling Nest. Now, what he's most likely going to do is make a few Banelings, bring maybe one, maybe two with him, but leave the rest at home so he cannot be counterattacked by Zerglings.
Oh, I think you're so smart for saying that. That is exactly what he's probably going to do. Because really, when you have the weaker army and you can't engage, you just wait for him to leave and you counterattack. And then that forces him to turn around or risk losing his base in what is basically a base trade, which is a risky situation to get into.
That's right. Now some spine crawlers going up for Tosyad while he tries to tech. This is much more common. Put up some spine crawlers and go for that layer so you can get out some Mutalisks. But FruitDealer, he is a-coming.
We do have the Baneling nest done. He's going up towards the ramp.
Ooh, we do have a few Banelings morphing over here. He's going to see if he can't kill the drones of FruitDealer.
By the way, down here, it does look like the FruitDealer is going to send his own Banelings in there to try to take out these Lings and drones as well. Here we go. Is he actually prepared?
It's going to be quite exciting. The Banelings right now look like they're about to enter FruitDealer's base, but he has very good building placement. It's going to be hard for those Banelings to find a way in.
Meanwhile, an attack over here at the front.
That's right. And at the FruitDealer's base, he's lost quite a few drones, but at the same time, here we go. This attack going on. Oh, sick Baneling right there. And FruitDealer's actually just about to kill his opponent.
I can't believe how many Lings just died to one Baneling back there. And now it does look like the Roaches are going to win this round. Even though FruitDealer lost a considerable amount of drones and took some damage, there's just too many Roaches.
Yeah.
And the FruitDealer is going to take this home.
That's right. You need to make a lot of spine crawlers if you want to tech up 2 layer quickly on this map. Instead, he chose to be aggressive and then tech to layer, and that just isn't how ZVZ works. You can't do everything at once. GG. FruitDealer takes the first game relatively easily.
Yeah. That was, considering he lost all those Roaches at the start, that was still very impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, he traded them for quite a few Banelings, a few Zerglings as well.
Right.
But he really put an end to any aggression that his opponent was doing.
And here is somebody from the site Team Liquid.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Nick and Dan.
Oh, that guy's so smart, so handsome. What a nice guy.
That was pretty one-sided game. I got to fix some settings. I don't know who keeps changing my settings actually on this computer, but we explain what we saw back there.
You're just a crazy person, Tasteless. They've always been the same.
Tastelesses or something. Oh, I got to fix this real fast.
Yeah. So, anyways, they both decided to do aggressive builds. The Roach build, it's good. The Roaches always beat Banelings basically, and you can follow that up with Speedlings. But instead, he's realized that his opponent was just going Baneling Speedling. And if you just mix a few Banelings in with that, I mean, you're not going to be touched. It's as simple as that. So
yeah,
he just completely destroyed his opponent's build. Normally on that map, as I was saying, you make just a handful of Speedlings, you go to layer, and then you have the economy to actually throw up enough spine crawlers so that if a Roach attack comes, you stop it. But this guy, he only had 2 spines. That's not enough. You really need like 5, plus some extra Speedlings later on. He didn't do it. We see that FruitDealer obviously a much higher understanding of Zerg vs. Zerg.
Yeah, and talk about good crisis management. When he lost those 4 Roaches, for maybe 10 seconds, I was like, I think he's actually going to lose this first game in a huge upset. But we're going to go into game number 2 now, so get ready for some more FruitDealer action. Let's see if he wows us again this time around. Any second now.